Under the Scope. Hey everybody, Jared and Shane here.
Back again.
For another Scope movie review. This time around, we take aim. Aim.
Wow.
It's a new world, Jared. We aim at everything.
We do. We try.
At the, I guess a teenage dramedy.
The coming-of-age comedy.
Coming-of-age comedy entitled The Edge of 17, Jared. It stars whom?
Hailee Steinfeld.
Right. Oscar nominated.
Was she?
I believe she was, yes.
Was she for True Grit, maybe? Or for something else?
It was something like that, yes.
All right.
Let's say that.
All right. Woody Harrelson.
Correct.
Kira Sedgwick.
Yep.
Some other people.
And her older brother in this film, we've seen him in another movie, and I couldn't place
I was trying to think of who he was and where I've seen him.
But we recognize him.
Yeah.
So, this film was sort of advertised as this funny coming-of-age film. Immediately, I realize maybe not quite as funny as what they're playing it to be. It's a bit more serious.
Yes.
So, tell people what of this film is so serious.
Well, you've got the main family as part of the story, right?
Correct.
You've got Nadine, played by Hailee Steinfeld. You've got older brother. Is he older? Yeah, I think so. Barely. Just like a year. What's his name? Darian?
Darian, I think he's a senior, and she's a junior.
And you've got the mom and dad. And Nadine is a bit of a head case. She's going through some issues. She's having some troubles dealing with her life through various circumstances. The film starts out a little bit nonlinear. Our opening scene sort of sets the stage a little bit, and then we kind of go back a little bit to catch up to where we were.
Yeah.
So we get to see some of the home life of Nadine and Darian, and how Darian's a perfect kid, full of confidence, friends.
Ripped.
He's the best. He's seems like he's got every advantage in life. Nadine, not so much. She's having more of a hard time making friends. She gets picked on at a younger age until she meets the one friend that she makes, Krista.
It's good that you remember the name.
Yes, I don't know who played her because I don't recognize her from anything.
She looks like a bit of a Hayden Panettiere.
A little bit. Sure, she's got the eyebrows. But Krista and Nadine are best friends since second grade until maybe something happens to jeopardize that friendship, and it sort of puts Nadine on a bit of a downward spiral as far as her emotional state and how she's dealing with things. And, just that coupled with all of the other normal high school anxieties you have plus other things that I won't spoil that happen.
Maybe some boy trouble here and there.
Some boy trouble, maybe some troubles at home.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of things going on in her head, and this film is basically about her dealing with it and how maybe she acts out in response to that emotional instability.
Correct.
Sure.
Yes. Terrific summarization, Jared. You nailed it. So let's get into this. I mean, as I said earlier, I was expecting this to be more in the, because it's been compared to a John Hughes film many times in many of the reviews. And maybe it is, but it's not cut from like 16 Candles. And it's maybe closer to The Breakfast Club, or I think a better parallel would be Pretty in Pink.
Okay.
It has funny moments, and it has some weird wackiness, kind of, but it's definitely more serious than I thought it was going to be, and it took me a bit of time to acclimate myself going into the film.
And it sort of reviews itself as the film goes along. It starts to get a little bit more complex and a little more dense as you progress through it, until you finally get to kind of the big blowout towards the end, where kind of all cards are on the table, and you sort of find out where everyone is. How they're doing. Yeah,
exactly. But I think it was well acted.
Yep.
I think you had some standout characters, and of course one of the young gents that Nadine is interested in. I can't remember his name. Is it Edwin?
Irwin.
Mm-hmm. I can't. Of course, we should know the actor's name, but he was probably.
They're all young people who are probably just this is their first big film.
Of course, I've read a number.
Other than Hailee Steinfeld.
I've read a number of articles about the movie and the people in it, and of course I just didn't pay attention. But there were standout performances, to be certain.
There's a lot of traffic on this ramp today.
This place is really emptying out. We're shaking. I like the film.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly is not on the level of like a Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Right. Although I feel like it has a little bit of a similar, I don't want to say narrative feel, but sort of maybe the emotional arc is a little similar.
Yeah.
in that you sort of start out one place and you end up in a completely different place.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of the emotional heft, but maybe not as gut-wrenching as Perks of Being a Wallflower was.
I mean, and this film is definitely, you know, the stakes were higher in Perks of Being a Wallflower. I mean, if that's going to be our baseline we compare it to. I mean,
I think we gave a 4, a perfect score.
I mean, this is a slice of life that could happen to anyone.
Right.
You know, you've got this sort of weird outcast, probably self-inflicted because she's, of course, you know, you have this lead character who is a beauty, but yet no one wants to talk to her. She has one friend. It's always an issue with me with Hollywood. It's like, you know, a person like that has to be really screwed up for you to not have a social circle.
To be honest, the character was fairly neurotic.
Yeah, so maybe that's the thing. Maybe that turns people off. Like, oh, we can't deal with this mess.
Perhaps. I still feel like someone who is, you know, on that attractive level would probably still figure out, still have people in her life.
Yeah.
But it is Hollywood. What are you going to do?
And she was quirky, kind of cool quirky, but yet they played it as kind of a negative quirky, which I didn't see it. I mean, she was just as cool and stylish as anybody else.
Sure.
So, but I mean, I think that we've seen much worse examples in other teen coming-of-age films. So,
no doubt.
I mean, I think they pull it off, you know, pretty respectfully.
And Ms. Steinfeld is very genuine in her portrayal, so, you know, and it's not her fault that she's attractive.
And we can talk about Woody Harrelson as the confidant teacher that you have the one adult that the wacko kid can.
You got to have some sort of adult authority.
And he sort of plays it differently than what you would expect. Obviously, a relationship that like they have in this film is probably not one you're going to see in a school. I mean, it's amplified for the film. But still well done. I mean, he's a terrific actor. He does his work. He does his time, Jared.
Yeah, and he almost underplays it.
Yeah,
which is kind of nice.
Which I think is what you have to do with this film.
Absolutely.
Any other comments on this, or shall we muse us a possible score for this?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, the special effects are great.
Yeah. Music executive on this film, Hans Zimmer, if you did not know.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I missed that part.
I don't think he wrote the score, whatever score there was, but he was definitely involved in the film. So
all right. Good for him.
You need to know. Okay, so we'll think about this and give it a score right for this.
The Scope score is 3 stars.
So 3 stars.
3 stars for us. Yeah. I think that for the right audience, maybe our audience tonight wasn't really the best audience. It was an advanced screening, but it certainly wasn't full.
Yeah.
And I think the girl sitting next to me probably enjoyed it more than anyone else in the theater.
She liked it.
She was laughing a lot, and she's probably the target audience, probably, you know, high school or age or just out of high school. Female. That's probably the kind of audience that's really, really going to connect with this film and enjoy it. I would, you know, for me, I don't always have the best shot at empathizing or understanding what a high school age girl is going through because I'm not one or wasn't one.
Yeah.
So for me,
and the ones that you did interact with in high school didn't want anything to do with you.
Right. So for me, it's hard to get that really, really good connection to the material, but I'm sure for the right person, it's going to be a good fit.
And for me, Jared, I think that I can connect to this stuff fine. I just think that the way they're sort of advertising this film and the way they're portraying it is not what one expects when you go into it.
You think they're showing it as more of a rollicking teen comedy?
I do think it is.
Okay.
Like the Red Band trailer, for instance, was none of the drama. It was all the filthiest part of it. It was all the filthiest part.
Gotta get butts and seats. Gotta get butts and seats. It is rated R, by the way.
So I think that might get people in, and it might be, I mean, this is not gonna, dethrone Doctor Strange.
No, and it's going up against Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which will be the #1 movie this weekend.
So this is counter-programming at its best. But still, I think definitely if you're into this kind of film, it's probably going to be something you're going to want to check out.
Absolutely.
What else should people check out if they want to get in touch with us, Jared?
They can like, comment, and subscribe down below. Check out those buttons. Click them.
That is it, Jared. Click them, touch them, pluck them.
Pluck them.
Do what you got to do.
Smack them up, flip them, rub them down. Well, oh no.
Jared,
look what happened? You subscribed.
My heart is warm that we made it through our first movie review post-Trump.
It's proof that life does go on.
Life does go on.
And we may have more in the future. We have some more on the docket that we may or may not get to, but never fear.
You never know. The scope's always there for you. So for Jared, I am Shane. Thanks for watching. Peace. Until next time, bye for now. 3 catchphrases.
Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves once again at the end. I hope you've enjoyed our time together. I know I have. Fear not, Scope faithful. days shall pass as if they were but a moment, and Jared, Adam, and Shane will return with another thrilling episode. Until then, send your comments to comments@thescopeshow.com or leave a voicemail message by dialing
612-21-SCOPE. That's 612-217-2673.
Thanks for listening, faithful fans. This is Tony Partington saying adios. Tune in next time to another terrific edition of The Scope.